doing the fan cast of a live adaptation of the anime Solo Leveling. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and let's just get into it. So if you haven't heard about Solo Leveling, I'm not really sure where you've been. It's all the rage right now. It's crashing sites everywhere. It has taken the world by storm. I mean, I loved season 1 when I watched it last year. I did a reaction on my Patreon. You can check it out if you want to. I also started season 2, but I saw that they were playing tricks with my heart with those endings, the cliffhangers, and I just couldn't do it anymore. The cliffhanger where he was supposed to meet Chahe in, where they kind of met, and then his stupid feet came on the screen. I was like, no, not doing this. So I went and I read the whole thing. I just read the whole manga, duked it out, finished that one, and then even started Ragnarok, but realized that they haven't finished Ragnarok. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to subscribe to the cliffhangers. If I'm not doing it for the anime, I'm not going to do it for the manga, basically. I've been working on this project like for a few days now, trying to thinking about the right fit for who I would like to cast for, you know, some of the main characters and everything like that. And so when I saw that they've been greenlit for a movie and 5 seasons, I was like, okay, that's really cool. But this is fan fiction. This is a fan casting. This is just us playing with our imaginations and seeing who we would like, or who I would like anyways, to play these characters if it was ever adapted to live action. Now, having said that, gone through that tangent, let's talk about Solo Leveling a little bit for those people who have probably been seeing it everywhere and are tired of it and didn't really look into it. I'm not going deep. I'm just gonna, tell you, basically the synopsis of it all. Let's get into it. It's a webtoon adaptation of Korean origin, which blew my mind. I don't know what it is. I was hearing all the names, but they were speaking Japanese, so it really wasn't correlating in my mind. And I was like, oh, what's going on? And so it finally clicked for me that yes, this is originally South Korean, which amazing. They did their one thing here. But the plot is in a world where human warriors possessed with natural powers was battled deadly monsters to protect mankind from certain annihilation. A notorious weak hunter Song Jin finds himself a seemingly endless struggle to survive. So he was one of these class. He's like the worst boy. Yeah, basically man. It's like I don't know how class he is. Just to make it at this point in time. When after narrowly surviving a overwhelming, powerful double dungeon, that nearly wipes out his entire party. A mysterious program called the System chooses him as its sole player, and in turn gives him the unique ability to level up his strength. Amazing. Oh god, it gives me chills every time I think of season 1. I think season 1, the entire manga, it gives me just chills, honestly. It is so well placed. I think the hype it's getting, it deserves and more. And I know people are comparing it to other anime out there and how, people are salty about it, but it's okay. Two things can be true. This can be good and other animes can be good too. It is okay, So, this is something no other hunter is able to do in the world, as hunter's abilities are set. Once they are awakened, they are set. Juno sets out on a journey as he fights against all kinds of enemies, both man and monster, to discover the secrets of the dungeon and the true source of his power. He soon discovers that he has been chosen to inherit the position of Shadow Monarch, essentially turning him into a mortal necromancer who has absolute rule over the dead. He is the only monarch who fights to save humanity, as the other monarchs are all trying to kill him and wipe out humanity. Now, guys, for these casting, I am ignoring age. I just am. I know a lot of these people are young. I mean the characters, the enemy characters, but I'm ignoring that. I'm just casting the people that I would like to see play some of my favorite anime characters from Solo Leveling. We're going to start from Song Il-won, who is Juno's dad. We know that already, right? Yes, we do. I'm not spoiling anything. So for him, I cast my boy Rowan because there was no way freaking hell that I was going to do a fan cast and not put Rowan in there. I don't even care who it is playing. I just wanted him in it. Now, Rowan, I think, is tall enough, and he would probably have to beef up a little bit because A1 is huge. He's kind of like a beast, But I would like to see him in that rugged, I would like to see Rowan in that rugged A1 kind aesthetic type with a little muscle to him. I thought that he would be perfect for it. Even the way Owen, like his mannerisms and the way he talks, I feel like Rowan from Destined with You, when he was fighting the love spell or whatever it was, I think he would perfectly place for that. I also considered Lee Jun-hyuk from Love Scout because I wanted to see him in that rough and tumble, sexy, built up persona as well of Song Il-won, but I eventually decided to cast him as someone else in the series. We'll get to him shortly. But I think that Rowan would embody this character perfectly. Now, we could cast, it wasn't easy casting this, guys. It wasn't. There were so many people, so many options, so many possibilities, and I just didn't know who, but based on all my options, I decided on the ones that I would like to see. So be sure to leave your comments in the comment section. Hit me up and let me know who you would like to see play whom. You don't have to do the entire cast. You can just do the main people. Moving on to Byung-gyu. who wasn't, he's seen a lot, like he's seen in the first season, you know, the first episode when they're in Jeju, and then flashbacks here and there, and then he retires, and then he joins them again in the Ant Arc series in season 2. Guy he just wants to rest. He had seen a lot of things in Jeju in season 1, and he had serious PTSD, and that's why he retired, because I think he's S rank too. I believe he's S rank if I remember correctly, and he just wanted to rest, but he couldn't sit out the second attempt to take over Jeju. Now for him, I personally would like to see Lee Min-ho, you know, King Internal, swinging his sword, doing all that kind of stuff. Not that he really swings his sword, but I think that Lee Min-ho would play that character very well, just especially from how he was as King Eternal, you know, his character in King Eternal. I feel like it will translate perfectly into playing Byung-gu. Also, it's kind of like a guest character. We see him, you know, real quick in season 1, and then we see him in season 2, you know, before it all goes south in Jeju. But I think that it will be a good what's it called, it would be a good character for Lee Min-ho to embody. Next is Hwang Dong-suk, who obviously attempted to, you know, double-cross Jinwoo in the dungeon in season 1. And for him, I cast Kang Hanul, because I thought that he would play it well. Now, if you know who he is, he was in Moon Lovers, the Scarlet Heart of Rio. That has been on my list forever. I need to get to that eventually. And also Squid Game season 3, right? Season 2, Squid Game season 2. He was the one who was supposed to be ex-military, but he was the one who didn't bring the guns to them, guys. And if you haven't seen Moon Lovers like me, but you probably have seen Squid Game, or you've seen him in other shows. He's probably been in other things that you guys have watched, but I've only seen him in Squid Game, and I really liked his character then. I think that he would play Hwang Dong-suk really well. Hwang Dong-suk is very pivotal to, you know, Jinwoo's evolution in season 1. You know, it was one of the first times that he had to end a life, multiple. You know, so I think that Hanu will bring that out. He will bring that character out very well. And then we go to Dong-soo, who is Dong-soo's brother, and for him I cast Woo Do-hwan because he had to be in this, and I felt like this would be a perfect character for him. A lot of these actors would have to muscle up. There is no other choice, because these anime characters are all buff, they are beefed up, they are strong, you know, they have muscle. Now I think Woo Do-hwan can do it. He can do anything. I really have faith in this guy. He's so good, and he's so appealing to look at. I feel like he will play Dong-soo perfectly. Let me know if you agree, because I know that maybe you didn't even think about it. I know all of you are probably thinking about the different characters or the different actors that will play these characters individually by yourself, but he was perfect as soon as I saw his face, because I was going through, you know, my Rolodex of all the actors that I know and some that I haven't even seen, but I've seen their pictures, you know, and he just fit Dong-soo for me perfectly, and I was like, yes, I'm putting you here because I think you're gonna kill it. He's a fantastic actor, and I think he can play any of these characters seamlessly. Now we're gonna do Thomas Andre. He's an American hunter. So for him, it was really hard. I was torn between Chris Hemsworth and what's his name? Alan Richson. I think either of them will be perfect for this character. Honestly, Chris Hemsworth, circa Thor, is perfect. It's really just copy and paste. But I think that Alan Richson would also kill it. You just gotta give him the blonde long hair. He already has the muscle. He has the height. Honestly, I think he will kill it too. He also has the dry humor, because if you remember his character in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, he was very funny, and I liked him in that. I've liked him for a long time. I just think that it's between both of them. I can't really pick. So you guys vote and let me know who you would prefer for Thomas Andre, or if you have somebody else. I know some people were pitching Jason Momoa, but I don't think Jason Momoa in a blonde wig is gonna be appealing. Just saying, there are not that many people who fit Thomas Andre's archetype. So for me, it was between these two actors. But yeah, you guys let me know who you prefer. And then we go to Goto Ryuji. I was going to cast a Japanese actor for this. The problem is I haven't seen enough Japanese stuff to know the actors that I actually like or the actors that might fit. So in the end, I just stuck to my Korean actor, seeing that it's a Korean comic anyways, and I decided that I will just go with it. So for him, I cast Lee Jun-hyuk because I want to see him. I want to see him with like crazy hair, with the beards, and just, you know, that cool type personality. Now, it's unfortunate that the character, you know, goes the way it goes. However, I think that he will do a very good job. He has the height, he has a facial structure. All you gotta do is give him the long hair and the beard, and I think that he would kill it. He's a very good actor. I just discovered him in Love Scout this year, so I am excited to see him in this kind of character. Moving on, let's talk about Woo Jin-chul, who is, you know, Chairman Go's right-hand man. And for him, I cast Ji Jan-wook. But I felt like he would fit Jin-chul's character perfectly. Jin-chul does also have a spin-off, you know, he has stuff going on in the anime, in the manga, for the spin-off season of, or spin-off episodes or whatever, chapters, sorry, of the manga. So he does have longevity in the series if they don't change it for the seasons, you know, for the anime. So I think that Chang-wook will be perfect as Jin-chul. I don't know what it is. I think that he would fit it very well. Luckily for him, he wouldn't even have to buff up. He can play it the way he is, because Jin-chul is not that big in the first place. He's not, actually. He's very slender, and he's very slender, yes. So he doesn't even have to buff up for the character. It's perfect the way it is. Moving on to Kang Tae-shik. Him was very interesting. I had a multitude of people lined up to play this crazy character. But in the end, I chose my man, Lee Dan-wook. Because guess what? Nobody plays crazy like our Grim Reaper from Goblin. I think he would be perfect. I think he would kill it. I think he would kill it. He would do this character justice. And honestly, if there's anybody I want to see play live action in any of my options right here, it will be Lee Dong-wook as Kang Tae-shik. I think I'm excited just thinking about the possibilities of this happening and him playing this character, because you guys know that he is fan-fucking-tastic and he will kill this character to the T. Eun-ho Baek. For him, I cast Park Seo-joon, and him I haven't even seen in anything yet, but What's Wrong with Secretary Kim and Itaewon Class have been also on my list for God knows how long now, and I've seen clips of What's Wrong with Secretary Kim, and I think that he would be good as Eun-ho Baek. I don't know what it is. I also think that it will suit him. I also want to see a lot of these actors in like the rough, rugged, you know, action type roles, because I just love the animes. I just love them. Now, Chae Jung-in, the fire type mage, I cast Song Joong-ki. I think that Joong-ki would play Jung-in really well. He has the cool, suave, you know, movement down already. He doesn't have to bulk up for this character. I think he fits the character perfectly. And I would also like to see him in the red hair. I don't know what to tell you. I want to do it. I know Squid Game tried to do it, but that was terrible. That freaked me the fuck out. But I think on Joong-ki, with the glasses, the red hair, the red suit, I feel like he will kill it. Moving on to Chairman Go. This was hard. I could not for the life of me find a perfect actor for this character. So I ended up settling on two. The first person was Chae Shi-won. And if you know him, he was in DNA Lover and he was also in Death's Game. He's a fantastic actor. I like him. I like him a lot. I really do. And I think that if they aged him a little bit, you know, gave him the beard, if he's already kind of built, so they just have to get him like a fitted suit. Maybe he bulks up a tiny bit more. I feel like he would kill it in this role. Honestly, I think that he would do a good job. All these actors are fantastic. They will do a fantastic job in whatever role that they are placed. But I really did like sit on this for a while, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I think that he will do a very good job as Chairman Go. My other option was Daniel Dae Kim, and I don't even think he needs any introduction, guys. He's fantastic, and I think that he would also be a very good choice for Chairman Go. He would also need to bulk up a little bit. I don't think he's as tall as Shion. I'm not sure. I didn't check all those details, but I think that that is a character that he would also play very well. No joke, no joke. Cha Hae In, who is the love interest and ultimately would be the love partner of the main protagonist. She is fantastic. I like her. And for her, I cast Chae Sobin, who was just in When the Phone Rings and has been in a ton of other stuff. Cha Hae-in was also hard to cast. I had I think about 4 options, and I was like, who would I want to see embody this character? Because Chae-in is very interesting. She's very calm, very almost timid in her daily life, but when the fight is on, the fight is on. Kind of. I wouldn't even say timid. She's just very calm, very calm in her personal life, but when it's time to duke it out, she's an S rank, so one of the highest, she dukes it out. So I thought that Subin would be perfect, because not only did she shock us in When the Phone Rings, but I also want to see her in like an athletic fighting style character. I think that it will be such a different flip for her, and it will be so interesting for us to see her in this kind of character. I think that she would kill it, honestly. But what do you guys think? Who would you cast as Hae-in? Because this one was hard for me, I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot of like back and forth, because I had a few people that I was thinking that might actually kill it in this character, but I wasn't sure. But in the end, I stuck to Subin. Yu Jinho, who is Jinwoo's psychic best friend / adopted brother. Him, I have 2 choices. First being Kim Do-hoon, who was in Love Scout, as the secondary, love couple, or the secondary guy who was interested in the female protagonist. I just thought that his comedic timing and the way his personality and the way he played that character suited Jinho's character, and I think that he would be a good choice. My second choice, which kind of hit me out of left field, was Choi Woo-shik, who was in Mellow Movie. I think that he would be perfect for Jinho. I feel like he played, even though Mellow Movie had a lot of serious undertones to it, he was very much like the comedic relief in that, and I think that character suits Jinho also well. It's between the 2 of them. Personally, I think I would choose Do-hoon, because I think that he is perfectly suited. But I would also like to see Woo-shik. I would like to see both of them read for the character if it's possible. Then Song Chi-yul, I think I cast Kim Seo-ho. It was also a toss-up for Chi-hyul. It was hard for me to find the perfect person that I would like to see play him. But in the end, I chose Seo-ho because I think that he would be good for that character. Chi-hyul is kind of like this mage type, fire hunter. He's a magic. I think he's magic. His whole thing is magic, yeah. And it's almost like this sensei master feeling about him. And even though Soho, who was in Cha-Cha Hometown, right? I think that's what it was. Well, that's why I know him from. He's been in a lot. I would like to see him flip and be this mage type character and see what he does with it. I thought that it would be interesting. Do I think he's perfectly cast for it? No. But I will challenge you guys to find a perfect character for a perfect actor casting for Song Chi-yul. I'm very interested because this was a hard one. I think he was the last one for me to cast, and I couldn't really think of somebody that would perfectly play this role. But I would like to see Seon-ho play the role. I don't think I'm saying his name right, but his picture is here, so you guys know what I'm talking about. Then Lee Jun-hee. Immediately I decided to do this, I knew who was going to play this girl instantly, and I cast her, Han Ji-hyun. She was from No Pain, No Gain, No Love, I think. That's where I know her from, and the spin-off. The spin-off does show a different side of her, which I actually like, because I thought that the character in No Pain No Love. Is it No Pain No Love or No Gain No Love? One of them. That character was very, very meek and not too. There was not a lot going on for her. So in the spin-off, I thought that it was very interesting and I liked that. But I felt like she would be perfect for Junhee, and I think that she will play it easily. She doesn't even have to think about it. She will play this character so easily. Moving on, we're going to cast Park Hyung-hae, who is Jinwoo's mom. And yeah, she doesn't really have speaking roles, probably until the end of, let's say, season 3 or so. But I decided to cast her because we do see her in season 1 and we see her in season 2. And yeah, it's a lying down role, but eventually she would speak. So I cast our baby sister from Goblin, Yu, in her, just because this girl is pretty. This woman is gorgeous, and I wanted her in this. Come hell, come high water. Yes, she'll be in the bed. She'll look sickly for a bit, but I wanted her in it because eventually she would have speaking roles and she would be part of the full anime cast. So yeah, I just wanted to put her in there. So I found a character that I thought that she would play perfectly, and I put her in there. I love her. And Song Jin-ah, who is honestly one of my favorite characters, considering she really doesn't do anything in the entire manga, if I'm being honest. I cast Park Bo-young, who was in Mellow Movie, and also Strong Woman Bong-soo. And that one has been on my list. I watched Strong Girl Nam-soo, but I haven't seen Strong Woman Bong-soo yet. So that one has been on my list. But I really, really like this girl from Mellow Movie. She was fucking-tastic. And I think that she will embody Jin-ah to the T and play this character seamlessly. I think that she will be perfect for it. I really didn't. It wasn't hard for me to cast Jin-ah because as soon as as soon as I remembered Bo Young, I was like, yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I think these two go together hand in hand. And then comes the final guy, the main guy himself, Song Jin-woo. And for him, I had two people. So the main person that I wanted the main person, my main choice for him is Lee Jun-gi. And I haven't seen in anything yet, but he was also in Moon Lovers. And he's in Flower of Evil, which I know a lot of you have watched because a lot of people have recommended that for me. I have seen clips of his acting, but it's also just his image. Like, I've seen it, like, based on different pictures of him and different, just based on different characters that he's played. I think that he will be a perfect fit for Jinwoo. From season 1 Jinwoo to probably season 5 Jinwoo, where he transforms completely. I think it's going to be a very interesting what's it called for him to play. And I'm actually really I'm intrigued at the concept of Jung-gi playing Jinwoo. That's what he's my first choice. But the other person that I threw in just for shits and gigs, and because he's one of my favorite actors, is Byung Wook-suk. I think that he would kill it. Wook-suk is hands down one of my favorite. He's top 5 for me in Korean acting, if I'm being honest. And I think that he will play Jinwoo perfectly. I think he'll be good. They would have to date him a little bit, but you know what it is? It's because of Woo-suk's height. I think he's perfect for, let's say, if their phase is phase 3 Jinwoo, who is the final phase. I don't know how he would play phase 1 because phase 1 is smaller, he's scrawnier and everything. Not that Jinwoo gains body or anything throughout the entire manga, but he does grow taller, and I think that Byung Wook-suk fits that bill. Honestly, my first choice will be Jun-gi, but I would like to see Woo-suk because I like him and I want him in this. But yeah, that was my fan cast, guys. If they were ever to do a live adaptation, these are the people that I would like to see playing the characters. I would watch Solo Leveling on any form. I would watch Solo Leveling in any way that they choose to give it to us. But if they ever decide to do a random, live action adaptation of this, I think these characters would be perfect for me. Let me know in the comment section who you guys would like to see play whom. Let me know. You can just list your main characters. Just do Jinwoo, Chae-in, and maybe some of the S-class that you've seen so far if you're watching the anime. I've read the book, so I know every single person, in here. And I could have done a casting for all of them, but I think it would have spoiled some of the events that are about to happen, and I wasn't really doing that. But yeah, let me know who your favorites are, who you think that would play whom best, who you would recast based on what I've given you. I'm really excited to know that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I was thinking of doing probably the Apothecary Diaries next, and then Kaiju number 8 next. You know, some of the ones that I'm really loving at this point in time. But I'll see how this one does, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to do all the right things, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!